Hey everyone, my name's Jamila, and I want to speak about the Venus being in Scorpio. What is it like to have your Venus placement in Scorpio? Now, personally, this placement intrigues me. It's very interesting. I've seen individuals with this placement. So let's talk about it. So let's start by talking about Venus. Okay, so Venus is one of the most notable celestial bodies in astrology. It is the second planet, from the sun, and is often referred to as the morning star or the evening star because of its brightness. It's just so incredibly bright. And in astrology, Venus is associated with love, beauty, pleasure, harmony, and balance. It's ruling planet of the zodiac signs. It is the ruling planet, of the zodiac signs Taurus and Libra, which is also associated, with the second and the seventh house of the houses of the astrological chart or the wheel. So that's Venus. And Venus played, an important role in many cultures throughout history. It was named after the Roman goddess of love and beauty and has been associated with various deities in other cultures, such as the Greek goddess. So overall, Venus is a very fascinating planet. But, saying that, with Venus being in its natural placement of Taurus and Libra, and Taurus's opposite is Scorpio, which means where Taurus feels its most natural self, Venus will feel out of place because it's not its home. It's not where it belongs, so to speak. So it doesn't do too well in Scorpio, similar to Venus in Aries, So now the reason why Venus doesn't like being in Scorpio is because there's so many feelings. It's intense. It's a lot. And Venus isn't with the drama. It's not with the mess. Venus likes things simple, It's ruled by it, it's Taurus is ruled here. Taurus is chilling. Libra is chilling. They want things to be sweet, charming, laid back. They don't want the vulgar of the drama, of the intensity of having to bother and deal with the emotions of, oh, that's a bit ugly. That's a bit, So, yeah. So, individuals that have the Venus in Scorpio tend to be really intense and passionate in their romantic endeavors, and they're drawn to deep transformative connections with their partners. So individuals with this placement tend to go through a lot of relationship turmoil sometimes. Unfortunately, it all depends on where Venus is placed, because if Venus is in Scorpio but in the second house, it will play out a bit differently. It just all depends on what's going on with Venus and what's aspecting Venus, So, So with this intensity, individuals with this placement, they can be jealous and they can be possessive. And they can be quite obsessive as well, It's very important for individuals that have their Venus in Scorpio to learn to balance their intense emotions and to communicate openly with their partners, and which is really hard because with the Venus being in Scorpio, these people feel so intense that it's very uncomfortable, it's heavy, and to be able to articulate these feelings, it's not easy. It can have them in a chokehold. And because of this, they worry, Venus and Scorpio individuals, they do tend to suffer with anxiety. they can mask it well. You know, you would never know that you'd never know they're feeling uncomfortable, because they exude this intense presence. You know, you can always tell when a Venus in Scorpio, even a Mars in Scorpio, when they enter a room, there's just this like heaviness, like this dark cloud hovering over them, so to speak. But despite, you know, the challenges that come with this placement, Venus and Scorpio can bring in great depth, you know, and richness to a person's love life. You know, you could meet someone, I'm going to go over this again, this particular point that I'm going to make now. You could meet someone of great wealth, someone of power. You know, you could meet someone, basically, for example, you could meet someone that's from the parliament, someone that's in the industry, someone that's well known, you know, someone with status. But you will transform people, and they will transform you. You know, it's hard to deal. It's not an easy placement at times, especially if you're someone that doesn't like being bothered about things. You know, it's a lot to deal with. But, you know, these are passionate lovers, like I mentioned. They are individuals that really care about the significant other, and they really care about their friends. You know, people that they care about, they're very passionate about them. They want them to succeed in life. You know, they can almost be a bit smothering sometimes in regards to being passionate about you, you know, and because they care about you so much, it can come across controlling, you know. These are the kind of people, especially in a man's chart, even a woman's chart, or however it is you see yourself. These are individuals where, you know, the guy would want to pay for your phone bill. You know, he wants to take care of you. He will give you money to get your nails done, your hair done. You know, he wants you to be that girl for him, and vice versa. You know, like a Scorpio woman with this placement, a Venus Scorpio woman, with this placement, they will look out for their partner, look after them. You know, of course, I'm not saying the partner can't look after themselves, but they'll get you a nice cologne, you know, a nice perfume, like, oh yeah, baby, wear this. You know, it's very sweet, you know, but this can be a unhealthy and toxic placement too, where the individuals, they become so passionate about their partners that it can become a domestic violence situation, where they are so consumed by their emotions that they may lash out. And this may very well be someone that you'd think, or even themselves will go, I would never do that. But with this placement, you can attract people like that, or you could very well be pushed to that place. You know, you could lash out on someone or hold a weapon against them if they try to leave you. Like, why are you leaving me? Don't leave me. How can you do this? How can you do that? You know, being manipulative, you know, because they're worried, they're panicking, they're fearful, you know. And with this placement, it also can be that they lack self-love and self-worth. You know, these individuals with this placement, with their Venus being in Scorpio, these people can be lovers of pain. They may feel like pain is love, a bit similar to Venus and Pisces, well, water signs in general, to be fair. But with Scorpios, there's a bit of a rawness to it, where it's like they all think like, you know, being violent, physically, emotionally, mind games, you know, controlling. They think this behavior is normal, to which it's not. They think that's love, is what I'm getting at. And having this placement, you can attract narcissistic lovers. And I don't use that word lightly, because I feel like with this day and age, a lot of people go, oh yeah, he's a narcissist, or she's a narcissist. It's not a word that should be used lightly, because some of us do have a lot of narcissism in us. not to a detrimental point, but some of us do have it, But with these individuals too, they tend to be able to attract money easily. Like, people tend to want to give them money or spoil them, sugar daddy, sugar baby kind of energy, kind of vibe. They're the kind of people that can attract money very easily. These are people that will be a good accountant, very good with finances. And like I mentioned before, attracting very powerful people, rich people, unhealthy lovers. They could attract people that have addictions, porn addictions, because this is Pluto, this is the 8th house, this is Scorpio, and Venus is love, and, sex is involved here. They could attract drug dealers, maybe their boyfriend or their dad could be, although the sun usually represents the dad, but of course it depends if it's being aspected or not. They can have people that stalk them, lovers can turn into stalkers, or even if they're with their partner and they're in a relationship, they will stalk their partners, their social media. They may drive through their partner's neighborhood or their ex's neighborhood, vice versa. They could attract these people as well, and these people are scared of being open. They don't like being vulnerable because they feel they love hard. They are loyal, incredibly loyal to a fault, but of course, with the sign Scorpio, even with the Venus placement, we could be dealing with someone that's unevolved or evolved, But this is a ride or die placement. This person will fight for you, be in your corner. Even when you're wrong, they'll be in your corner and tell you later, like, yo, you was wrong, And these are sexual individuals. And when I say sexual, I don't mean that they're out there messing with Tom, Jerry and Peter, or Sherry, Melissa and Carissa. I'm talking that these people, they learn their partners through an intimate encounter, that's why sometimes these individuals will be happy to get into bed with you. It's not that they like sleeping around, it's just how they get to know you. All right. And then these individuals can also be very secretive. Cheating is possible. It just depends on so many aspects as well, because anyone is capable of cheating, and they can self-sabotage relationships. Things that are going well for them, they could be fearful and end up ruining the potential to be with someone or a relationship. These are the kind of individuals, unfortunately, at times where, for example, they will be with someone for a long time. When they meet people or when they get to know someone, they're not getting to know them to just get to know them. They want to be with that person. They want to be with this potential partner because they see them as their other half, their soulmate, a connection, someone that they can be close with, someone that's their best friend, someone that they can be vulnerable with, show all their sides to, the grey, the dark, the ugly, the hideous, all of that. They want someone to be there for them through, the good times and the bad times, because being with an individual that has their Venus and Scorpio, even Scorpios in general, Moon Scorpios, Mars Scorpios, Plutonians, 8th house individuals, they want to be with someone that will stick with them through thick and thin, because with Pluto being present and Mars, there's always going to be some sort of upheaval, because whether they do it consciously or unconsciously, there's always going to be some sort of transformation that happens and that occurs with you and this person, because Pluto is always transforming. So for the better, whether you are ready to go or not. So they can be paranoid, they may think you're up to no good. Again, it's just fair, being fearful. What are you doing? Are you doing right by me? Because when they hurt, they hurt. Scorpio individuals, they are a fixed sign. So when they feel hurt or they get betrayed and so forth, they feel it. They're sitting in that for a good while. I've seen situations where Scorpio individuals, they will be hurt for years and relive that pain like it happened yesterday. But people are mesmerized by these individuals as well. They can be very mesmerized by people that have the Venus and Scorpio, that's why people tend to sometimes give them things like money, like, oh, here you go, like, take this or have that, you know. But these individuals will test you as well, you know. But you'll feel their presence for sure. You definitely will. But these people can be, you know, great nurses, surgeons, plastic surgeons, astrologers, good with money, beauty, you know, sexologists, and so forth. But yeah, that's Venus and Scorpio. I'm just thinking, is there anything else that I can mention? These individuals as well, they tend to wear all black. Their hair will be jet black. They love to be in black. That's their thing. I get it. You know, I have Pluto on making a hard aspect to many of my planets. I love black. Quiet. They love to keep to themselves. Reserved, you know, but a heavy presence. They hate small talk. They hate small talk. They want to talk about the occult, astrology. You know, where are you from? Like, they want to know everything about you. What makes you tick? What makes you angry? What do you like to eat? You know, yeah. But they're lone wolves, and they love that. They don't mind being alone. But these individuals can be alcoholics, drug addicts. At times, they can suffer with mental illness as well. You know, bipolar, depression, schizophrenia, especially if the Venus is inflicted in any way or it makes like an aspect to Mercury. But yeah, that's all I have to say right now. I might do another update on this or something, but that's all I have for you guys. But yeah, it can be unhealthy at times with Venus and Scorpio. They can get into a pattern of breaking up with someone, getting back with them, and it's just no good. The person just doesn't care about them, but they just hold on, you know. But you're enough, Venus and Scorpio. You deserve to be loved, and you will find someone that loves you. You know, but these are ride or die. These are hard lovers. These are intense lovers, you know. They really care about you. I feel like Venus and Scorpio individuals go well with Venus and Pisces individuals, or Pisces in general, or another Scorpio, or water sign, or even an earth sign. It all depends. Or even someone else that has their Venus and Scorpio, or has Venus aspecting Pluto, where they will appreciate your, you know, ride or die, like, yeah, I'm sticking with you, kind of thing. But anyway, take care, guys, and I'll speak to you soon. Drop a comment, subscribe, let me know if you're Venus and Scorpio, or you're dealing with one, or whatever it is. But anyway, all right, bye, take care. Hey everyone.